A big reason why people tend to panic when the stock market goes down is because they are investing past their risk tolerance. So please know thyself. Know thyself, okay? Know yourself. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Reni. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I really do appreciate you for taking your time out of your busy day to watch this video. So on my channel, I make content about financial literacy, career development, and lifestyle. And in today's video, we are going to be focusing on financial literacy. Today, we're going to be talking all about how to get over your fear of investing. I think that a lot of you have been watching my channel and you know that I have been investing in the stock market since I was 18 years old. I am now 26, so I've been investing for 8 years. And honestly, I didn't have time to be scared of investing in the stock market because my dad kind of just threw me in. Obviously, he helped me. He was the hand that was helping me get into the pool, but like I didn't really have time to be scared of it. But the older we get, the more fears that we have, and I understand why quite a few of you would be a bit nervous to dip your foot into that investing pool. So I am here to help you get over that fear. So if you like this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel because it really does help my channel grow. And thank you for 20K subscribers. I'm so excited and it means the world to me. So I was scrolling on Instagram and I came across Natalie, who is Forever Mrs. Budget. I came across her page on Instagram and she actually started investing in the stock market at age, I believe, 40. So she was 40 when she started investing in the stock market, and she is proof that it is never too late to start. She actually was on an episode of my podcast, so I'll make sure to link that episode where she discusses her journey, and I'll also make sure to link her Instagram so you can follow her. But she posts great content and she shared how she was able to overcome her fears of investing. So I want to break down exactly what she posted and provide a bit more insight so that you can apply it to your life. So let's get into it. Before we start, let me know, are you currently invested in the stock market? Do you want to invest in the stock market, or are you totally against investing in the stock market? Let me know in the comment section below. So the first thing you want to do in order to get over your fear of investing is have an emergency fund. I know you hear this all the time, the importance of an emergency fund, but especially if you're going to start investing, an emergency fund is a must, not a nice to have, not a maybe, it is a must. What an emergency fund is it is an account where you keep 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 months of your day-to-day expenses in cash in that account. For example, if you need $3,000 per month to pay all of your essential bills and to live comfortably, then in your emergency fund, you will try to save at least 3 months of that in an account. So that would be $9,000 that you then save into a separate account. I have an entire video about emergency funds and where the best place is to save it, so I'm not going to go through that. You can watch that video up here. But the reason I say it's so important to have an emergency fund before you start investing or in tandem as you start investing is because it provides you peace of mind. And again, if any emergencies happen, it allows you to rely on this cash that you have rather than dipping into your investments. As many of you know, the stock market goes up and it comes down very often. Not like it's a turbulent place. It is going downwards currently. And if I, for example, needed money right now, I would not want to take my investments out of the account while it's down. You want to take your investments out when they're up. Investments are for the long term. So again, you want to have that short-term account in your emergency fund where you can pull from it at any time without taking your investments at a loss. So that's the first thing that you want to do. Let me know, do you have an emergency fund right now? The second thing that will help you get over your fear of investing is education. Learning. I am a lifelong learner. I personally love to learn. That's why I'm always reading books, listening to podcasts, watching the news sometimes. And the reason I do this is because the more information I get, the more secure I feel in my choices, okay? I'm not someone who likes to leave things to chance or whatever, or take random risks. I like to take calculated risks based on the information that I have been given. So if you want to get into investing, don't just jump in it head first. Instead, start learning. Watch people's YouTube channels like me. I have an entire Investing 101 playlist that I'll link up here. You can listen to podcasts. I also have a podcast if you want to listen to it. And we have a YouTube channel for that podcast if you want to follow it. You can also read lots of books. I know some amazing books about financial literacy, and if you want to see a full video on the best books I've read about financial literacy, feel free to leave that comment down below. But there are so many places that you can get information about financial literacy and investing in the stock market, and a lot of it is completely free, so why would you not check it out? Education is truly powerful and allows you to make decisions from an informed position. The next thing that you can do to ensure you get over your fear of investing is to make a plan. A lot of people go into investing without a plan, okay? And I want you to scratch that. Don't do that anymore. Instead, make a detailed plan of what your goals are for this money. Don't just put money in for the sake of putting money in and it's all vibes and inshallah from there. No, we need a plan, okay? So what is your plan? How much money are you willing to put in? At what point can it grow to that you're willing to take it out? What point can it get to negative that you're willing to take it out as well? What companies are you going to be investing? Is there a certain sector that you're going to be investing in? What type of securities are you going to be investing in? These are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. And do you have a goal for your whole year? So say you want to invest your first $1,000. Are you going to put all $1,000 at once, or are you going to put it in, like, drip it into the market? My personal suggestion would be to drip your money into the market, especially as a new investor. And I have an entire video about what dripping your money into the market actually looks like, so you can listen to that video up here. The next thing to do to ensure that you can get over your fear of investing is to understand what your risk tolerance is. So as I said, I do not like to take big risks. I do not. And I know myself. That's why I tended not to invest in super controversial things like NFTs that I didn't really understand. I just decided to avoid them so that I could, I could sleep at night peacefully. When it comes to investing, you want to invest in things that you know and that you love, and things that are within your risk tolerance. There are people with a high risk tolerance, a medium risk tolerance, and a low risk tolerance. Mine would be like low to medium risk tolerance, and there are stocks that align with that risk tolerance. So there are stocks like the banks in Canada. They are very stable, secure companies that have been around for so long, and those ones are more secure. And I know that if I put my money there, it's very unlikely that those stocks are going to go down long term. Whereas if I put my money in some tech stocks, then it's a lot more turbulent and there is a higher risk of me losing my money. So know your risk tolerance. A big reason why people tend to panic when the stock market goes down is because they are investing past their risk tolerance. So please know thyself. Know thyself, okay? Know yourself. The next thing to do in order to get over your fear of investing in the stock market is to actually open your account. A lot of people, they don't open their accounts, and that is the first step. That's the only way that you will actually get there. So go to your bank or go to Wealthsimple or Questrade and open a tax-free savings account if you're in Canada. You can open an RRSP if you're in Canada. You can open an RESP for your child if you're in Canada. If you're in the States, you can open a Roth IRA. There's so many different accounts, and I need you to research exactly what works for your situation and then go and open the account. You don't have to buy anything yet, but at least open the account so you can be prepared once you have completed those other 4 steps. Then you're ready to get in and dive in head first. The next way to get over your fear of investing is to start small. So one reason why I think that I was not too scared of investing, other than the fact that my dad kind of pushed me in, was the fact that I was not putting in a lot of money every 2 weeks. So it wasn't like I was too scared to lose it. So they always say investing, only put what you can afford to lose. So what I was doing was I was putting $200 every 2 weeks into my investing account. That's what I was doing. And to some people that may be a lot of money, but to me at the time it wasn't that much money, and it got me comfortable with the concept of investing. Now I put like hundreds or thousands of dollars bi-weekly into my investing account. But back then, if I had put $1,000 bi-weekly and it dropped by even 1%, I would have been shook. Now I can handle it because I dealt with the small amounts, and now that the bigger amounts are coming, it's no sweat. So remember this, everybody. Start small. Start from where you are. And a lot of people think you need a lot of money to start investing, but literally with certain platforms, you can put $1 in and you are good. The next thing you can do to get over your fear of investing is to surround yourself with other investors. So if you can find a community of people who are investors and want to learn about the stock market, you are in the right place. Like, these people are going to encourage you, and you can see from their past wins and past losses what you can do and what you cannot do. Of course, you should still do your research before listening to anyone else's opinion, but seeing other people do the same thing that you want to get to is a good move. It's something that can inspire you and motivate you to keep going. So there are lots of Facebook groups online that actually focus on this, and I will link some of them and maybe put some on the screen. There's like the Black Canadian Investors group, my accountability group, which is now closed for the year. There is the Black Women Investors group. There is Investing in the Stock Market group, and these are all on Facebook. There's also Inverse, which is a platform that helps DIY invest, do it yourself or do it together investors. So I will link all of those and you can sign up for them. They're all free groups from what I know, and yeah, start learning about investing. They always say that the people around you, show me the 5 people closest to you and I can tell you your future. Is very true. So surround yourself with people who are rich trying to get richer, people who are average trying to get richer, and then it will inspire you to do better and motivate you to get over your fear. The 8th thing that I would encourage you to do in order to get over your fear of investing is to ask for help. I don't know how many times people start investing, they start doing things, they're confused, but they never reach out to others to ask for help. Please, everybody, ask for help. You are not God. It is a God complex to think that you can do everything all by yourself, okay? You are not God, so ask people for help. Ask me for help. Ask your friends for help. Ask people in these groups you're going to be joining for help. Ask people for help, and also seek professional help if need be. If you have a local bank branch near you, a lot of times they are more than willing to answer your questions. So call them up, ask them for help, and a lot of financial advisors are free for certain groups of people. So ask them if they can provide you with a plan in order to get your money up. Even at my 8 years in, I'm still asking for help. So I would encourage you all to continue to ask for help. And the last thing, number 9, is that I want you to keep learning. Learning is an ongoing thing and you can never stop learning. As I said, I'm in my 8th year of investing. I'm still learning every day. 2 years ago, I never invested in ETFs or index funds. Now I primarily invest in ETFs and index funds. And that is because I'm continuously learning, and I'm learning what my risk tolerance is. I'm learning what works for my current needs at this point in life, at this point of time in my life as well. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know, are you going to start investing? Are you going to? Does this alleviate your fears a little? I hope it did, and I hope it encouraged you to start investing. Remember, we all have to start from somewhere, so this would be a great time for you to start. I want to thank Natalie again for this post. It was very informative and I'm glad I could shed a little bit more light on it. Make sure to follow Natalie on her Instagram page. She posts great content every single day. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!